It is about 9:30 a.m. in the morning on a Saturday, October 16, 2021. Um, I'm probably gonna vlog on my iPhone today. Just out of convenience. Um, there is not a single iPhone 13 Pro um, in any of the Apple stores around me for hundreds of miles. There's not a single Pro or Pro Max in any color, in any size, storage size. So that's crazy. That phone is completely sold out in every Apple store within hundreds of miles of me. So I guess that phone is a lot more popular than I would have guessed. As for the regular iPhone, the 13 and the mini, they are mostly sold out, except for the 256 gigabyte storage size in like select colors. You know, there's maybe a product red somewhere near me, and there's maybe a blue. Anyway, I think that's very interesting. The iPhone 13 Pro, despite being so massively expensive, is um, is just being sold out like hotcakes. And this is despite the fact that I think the iPhone 13, the regular 13, is the better value this year. I mean, it could be that they just didn't produce that many Pros, but I'm gonna make some of this instant boba pack here for Charlotte this morning. It's pretty easy. You just go ahead and put that in the cup and microwave it for a minute. So there it is. Personally, I like to let it sit for a little while so that it cools down a bit. All right, so once it's cooled down a bit, I go ahead and throw in a couple of ice cubes here. And she likes this oat milk, so we'll use that instead of regular milk. I'll go ahead and throw a straw in there, and that's it. So all of those photos that you just saw were shot yesterday when we were in town, and shot on this, the Fuji X-T200 with the 35mm f2, and I shot everything on classic chrome film simulation. I wanted to give that a try, and for the most part, I wanted to try using this thing on like a manual type of way, not manual focus. I can't be bothered with that, so autofocus. But with the exposure stuff, manual, I wanted to simulate as much as possible a sort of authentic experience of using a Fuji camera. However, wouldn't you believe it, I discovered more problems with the X-T200 because this camera has PASM modes for photo. It doesn't really work like other Fuji cameras. The dials also are all unlabeled and their functions switch, and so that's yeah, just all kinds of problems. I don't know what the designers were thinking when they made this, because to me it seems clear that none of them bothered to actually use this camera and figure out all the kind of weird usability problems. Like in this manual mode, one of these dials does nothing and you can't set it to do anything. But anyway, the picture still turned out pretty good. I find the autofocus, it's pretty good for photos. You know, I didn't find that I missed focus that much. You have to deal with the idiosyncrasy of that focusing method, which truthfully is probably more akin to my Alpha 65 and sort of older cameras. It's not the sort of modern focusing system, for example, that's on my Alpha 65, where I can just do object tracking, you know, and it's super easy to get that little reticle on the thing you want to track, and then have it focus perfectly. So you know, the focusing, it actually requires you to kind of compose the picture first before you even take before you even reach for the shutter to acquire focus. So it's a bit different, but I like the shots. I think they look really good.